Welcome to Channel 17, the Town of Colonie Government Channel.
I'm Colonie Town Judge Peter Crummey, and thank you for allowing me to present the 2009 State of the Colonie Justice Court. First, we would like to thank all of those who provide assistance and support to the court. Most notably, we thank the citizens of the town of Colonie for allowing us an opportunity to serve them. In particular, we would like to thank Town Justices Andrew C. Summers and Susan M. Tatro for their effort in administering justice in the town of Colonie during 2009. Further, we would like to recognize those justices and staff members who have preceded us and carried the torch of justice, ensuring that its beacon illuminated what has become a major court system in the state of New York. In addition, we would like to thank the current staff of the Justice Court for their dedication and hard work. It is because of their daily efforts that this court has the reputation for accuracy and efficiency in the administration of justice. Finally, we would like to thank Supervisor Paula A. Mahan and the Colonie Town Board for their support and demonstrated interest in our court system, which plays a vital role in the quality of life of our citizens. And lastly, I'd like to thank Clerk of the Court Julie Gansel for co-authoring this report with me and spending a tremendous amount of time providing all of the charts, graphs, and appendices which follow the written report. Historical perspective. The origin of the Justice Court in the state of New York can be traced to the founding of our nation. The justice of the peace was a fundamental element of order in society being introduced to our nation from the time-honored English legal system. In fact, Alexis de Tocqueville, in his 1835 report, Democracy in America, noted that the justice of the peace and the local order that the justice provides is the embodiment of democracy. As to a more enriched presentation on the historical development of the Justice Court in the state of New York and its foundation embedded in our state's Constitution, we refer you to the report of the Special Commission of the Future of New York State Courts entitled Justice Most Local, the Future of Town and Village Courts in the State of New York, released by then New York State Court of Appeals Chief Judge Judith Kaye in September 2008. The Town of Colonie Justice Court emanates from the founding of the town in 1895. At that time, the Justice of the Peace was elected town-wide, serving not only as an official of the local court responsible for hearing minor criminal and civil cases, but also serving together with the town supervisor and the town clerk as members of the town board. In 1932, the Colonie Town Board adopted legislation replacing the Justice of the Peace as town board member, and with specific town councilmen effectively severing the role of town board member from the Justice of the Peace. Henceforth, the duties of Justice of the Peace would involve only the court without the dual legislative obligation. In 1983, the Colonie Town Board renamed Justice of the Peace as Town Justice. Currently, the town is served by 3 part-time justices, each serving 4-year terms. A list of those town residents who have served as justice in the town of Colonie is made a part of this report and attached here too. Current situation. The Colonie Justice Court is one of the busiest courts in the state of New York, handling approximately 25,000 criminal, vehicle and traffic, and civil cases per year. Former Chief Judge Kaye of the New York State Court of Appeals, in her 2000 report on the state of the judiciary, noted, New York State's 1,277 town and village justice courts, after all, play a key role in New York State's system of justice. The courts hear more than 2 million cases a year and collect more than $200 million in fees and fines shared by the localities and the state. For many New Yorkers, justice courts are the face of the justice system. The Town of Colonie Justice Court is responsible for processing all criminal, civil, traffic, parking, local law, and environmental law matters occurring within the town's jurisdictional limits. In addition, the court has jurisdiction over small claims matters involving individuals who reside, work, or have a place of employment within the town. Town judges typically arraign the most serious felonies and routinely try misdemeanors, traffic infractions, and other violations. The court is responsible for reporting to several state and local agencies, including, but not limited to, the Office of the State Controller, the Office of Court Administration, and the Division of Criminal Justice Services. The court holds 4 court sessions per week, 2 courtrooms and 2 judges generally functioning on Monday and Wednesday evenings, gaveling in at approximately 6 p.m., and 1 court opening at 8 a.m. on Tuesday and Thursday. Judges are routinely called into court outside of these specifically designated court sessions to perform arraignments, review applications for arrest and search warrants, issues orders of protection, or serving as a family court judge after family court is closed for the day or weekend. In order for the court to perform its duties, a plethora of litigants, agencies, and staff must interface before, during, and after all court sessions in order to function. For instance, litigants often must appear in advance in order to meet with their counsel. In order to prepare for criminal matters on Monday and Wednesday evenings, the district attorney's office and the public defender's office must conference well before court begins. This process requires ongoing support by court staff throughout the day and evening court sessions. The number of civil and criminal cases that are presented to the court cannot be limited by the court. The court serves 3 police agencies, as well as a number of state agencies, all of which file informations and complaints with the court. As each case requires review on an individual case-by-case basis, the conclusion of court session cannot be predetermined. Further, civil litigants routinely utilize the Colonie Court, commencing a variety of actions without limitations other than monetary jurisdiction in certain civil matters. The Colonie Court is often a court of convenience for many litigants, considering its accessibility and parking availability. Civil justice. The Colonie Court is routinely involved in the administration of civil justice. Cases brought before the court include summary proceedings, small claims matters, and matters based on the court's general civil jurisdiction. Each year, hundreds of civil cases are presented to the court for resolution. Landlord and tenant matters accounted for 3,615 of the civil cases brought before the court during the time frame from January 2000 through December 2009. Small claims proceedings accounted for 2,655 of the civil cases brought before the court for that same said time period. Small claims cases often result in bench trials spanning 1 hour to several days, depending on the evidence and testimony presented. The court's general civil jurisdiction requires a summons and complaint to be filed with the court and often involves contract disputes. The court can anticipate an increase in civil matters brought before it based on population, increased rental properties, both residential and commercial, and the reliance on courts to settle disputes. All of the above factors will ensure the continued utilization of the Colonie Town Court as a civil justice destination. Criminal justice. According to the New York State Office of Court Administration, on November 3rd, 2009, the total criminal caseload activity in the Town of Colonie Court ranked 22nd in the state of all criminal courts. Considering the criminal dockets in Supreme, county, city, and district courts throughout the state, all courts where personnel and equipment are funded by the state of New York, it is readily apparent that the Colonie Court functions as a big municipal court. There are several contributing factors for the volume of cases that are brought before this court. Within the 57 square mile geographic span of this town, there exists a high concentration of people, in addition to many retail centers, shopping plazas, schools, colleges, and businesses. As of the 2000 census, the town's total population was approximately 80,000 people. The town is one of 932 towns in the state of New York and is ranked 16th in population, and certainly is the largest town of the 10 towns located within the county of Albany. In many ways, the town of Colonie is the downtown of the capital region. Further, the Albany County Correctional Facility and the Albany International Airport all fall within the jurisdiction of the Colonie Court and often give rise to a number of cases, many of which involve felony allegations requiring preliminary hearings. The court averages approximately 350 preliminary hearings per year. Although the court does not have jurisdiction to accept a plea to a felony charge, many felony cases begin with arraignment in the town court. Often preliminary hearings are held, and many times the matter results in a return of the matter to the town court by the county court. Facilities. The Justice Department in the town of Colonie is currently located within the town's Public Safety Center. The court maintains 2 courtrooms. The larger of the 2 courtrooms has a capacity of 200 people, and the other, more traditional courtroom, which can best accommodate hearings and jury trials, has a capacity of 70 people. The Justice Department currently occupies 1 office space containing 8 cubicles and 4 offices, as well as 1 conference room and 2 storage areas. Over the past 10 years, the court has been forced to expand its office to its limits and has made minor renovations to the court facilities. When the Public Safety Center was constructed over 20 years ago, it was not foreseen that the volume of the court would have grown to what it is today. It is typical that on any given court session, the courtroom is full. This is in addition to a typical 20 or more incarcerated individuals that are being brought to the court from a variety of correctional facilities. On average, the court has defendants produced from 2 correctional facilities in addition to the Albany County Correctional Facility. Some court sessions require production of defendants from as many as 4 to 5 correctional facilities, both county and state facilities. There are many factors that contribute to the operation of the Colonie Court. The volume of criminal cases has required the court to be served by no less than 2 assistant district attorneys and no less than 2 assistant public defenders. In 2009, 3 vehicle and traffic prosecutors were assigned to the court by the town attorney's office to handle matters in that vein. In addition to this personnel, the court frequently deals with outside agencies such as the Department of Probation, Parole, Honor Court, several community service agencies, as well as various state agencies and other courts. Operations. Over the past 10 years, the court has ranked within the top dozen town and village justice courts in revenue collection. In the year 2000, the court collected approximately $1.5 million in revenue. Since then, the annual revenue total has increased. In 2009, the court collected over $2.5 million in revenue. On average, 47% of said revenue is retained by the town of Colonie, with a majority of the balance of the revenue retained by the state of New York. The court is often compared in volume, caseload, and revenue to a big city court. Our court staff, however, does not enjoy comparable designation to city court staff. or even to other major town courts. As an example, according to the 2008 Office of the State Comptroller Justice Court report, the town of Colonie is ranked third in revenue collection among all other town and village courts. In 2008, the Colonie Court was operating with a support staff of 8 full-time and 1 part-time staffer. The town of Southampton, which is ranked second in revenue collection, has 4 judges and a support staff of 16 full-time and 8 part-time staffers. Similarly, the town of Amherst, ranked 7th in revenue collection, had a staff totaling 16 full-time and 2 part-time. Initiatives. Implemented reform. There have been a number of significant changes that we have implemented during the past 10 years. We have previously discussed the physical changes that have been made to the facilities, but there have also been many administrative and technological improvements as well. Beginning in the year 2000, the commencement of the court evening sessions was moved from 7 p.m. to 6 p.m. The case volume and duration of the court was such that it was more efficient to begin earlier. I have directed a complete individual assignment system, which will encourage efficiency in the administration of justice. The individual assignment system should eliminate duplicative efforts and allow a judge to best manage motion practice, hearing and trial calendars, and the movement of the court's calendar. This court has long been looked to for participation in many new initiatives and pilot programs through the state of New York. As technology has advanced and electronic transmission of information has begun to incorporate more and more aspects of court administration, the Colonie Court has been on the forefront of change and growth. This court was one of the first courts to electronically file monthly reports with the state of New York. The court began electronically reporting dispositions of cases to the Office of Court Administration and to the Department of Motor Vehicles as soon as the program became available. This office is one of the pilot courts for traffic and criminal software, commonly known as TRACS, or electronic ticketing. And it began in this court even as the New York State Police were rolling out the first electronic tickets years ago. The court was equipped and served as a pilot program even before the Town of Colonie Police Department was also equipped. In addition, the court has been participating in e-justice since it became accessible to courts. This program allows the court to access electronically criminal history reports and fingerprint response reports from the New York State Division of Criminal Justice Services. Most recently, this court participated in the pilot of Web DVS, which allows courts to electronically issue orders of protection simultaneously, posted in the court and in the domestic violence registry. In March of 2008, this court applied for and was the recipient of new computers, flat screen monitors, network printers, fax machines, and copiers provided through a grant by the New York State Office of Court Administration. The equipment has enhanced efficiency. Most recently, the court has applied for additional funding through the Justice Court Assistant Program. If approved for funding, the court will be able to purchase additional items and equipment to enhance the efficiency of the court. In other efforts to promote efficiency, the court proposes many initiatives for reform. Proposals for reform: creating a greener court system, digital scanning and forwarding of documents. The future of maintaining the Colonie Justice Court, as well as, respectfully, our state court system, depends on embracing technologies readily available. These initiatives are based on this court's desire to maintain and enhance the delivery of justice while saving money and resources. As the volume of paper continues to grow at a geometric rate in this court system, it is recommended that the court move to embrace electronic documents. One need to look no further than to our federal court system as a fit example of utilizing electronic documents in most of their work. Clearly, the court's ability to digitally scan its own documents, which it is required to forward to other persons and other agencies, saves money by eliminating paper and postage. Such ability also allows for a prompter delivery of documents, making the opportunity for justice that much sooner available. To this end, the court has made application to the New York State Office of Court Administration to obtain digital scanning equipment. Even if this request is not fulfilled by the unified court system, the court respectfully requests that the town board favorably consider this request for reform. If permission is needed from the unified court system to utilize electronic documents, the court respectfully requests that such permission be granted, and at the very least, designate Colonie Court as the pilot court for such reform. The Colonie Court has already served as a pilot court for many state programs, including the electronic disposition reporting of uniform traffic tickets, and also as far as the application of e-justice and web DVS. Another proposal for reform, utilizing the Albany County Correctional Facility for overnight housing and holding. Currently, the town bears the unnecessary burden and expense of holding those arrested on felonies and other criminal charges until local arraignment. In the face of Colonie Court's demonstrated volume, this is an antiquated system which takes police off the road, requires the engagement of matrons when females are arrested, and requires judges to drive back and forth to the court for each individual arraignment 24 hours a day. There are a number of logical solutions to saving money, conserving resources, and decreasing automobile traffic involving police, inmates, and the court. With the Albany County Correctional Facility located in the town of Colonie, approximately 2 miles from the Colonie Court and Colonie Police Station, it makes better sense to house defendants overnight at the facility that is best equipped to handle such stays. Utilizing in the county facility, many municipalities already utilize their county correctional facility for such purpose. However, a home rule request may be required from the town's legislative body to the New York State Legislature for approval of this reform. The court respectfully requests that the town's legislative body pursue such home rule message. Currently, municipalities within the counties of Erie, Putnam, Yates, and Warren already enjoy this benefit. The town could certainly upgrade its own holding cells to accommodate overnight housing, but it is recommended that the town utilize the existing county housing facility to avoid such expense and staffing costs associated with housing defendants. A third proposal for reform regards arraignments and bail. In addition to the electronic delivery of paper, technology can be utilized to save money and promote the delivery of justice in arraignments and in involving bail applications involving those housed in the county and state correctional facilities. The ability to conduct video arraignments promotes justice because the judge can have the ability to promptly set bail without requiring the often costly transport of prisoners back and forth from the correctional facility. Prompter bail can mean that defendants can be released from custody sooner, which benefits the defendant and the county paying for the housing of the defendant. This proposal would allow a video arraignment or bail application to be heard with counsel present without the cost of transport. Currently, the cost of transport is borne by the Albany County Sheriff and the Colonie Police Departments. This reform would certainly streamline the hundreds of preliminary hearings scheduled each year in the Colonie Court, wherein over 95% of said hearings are waived when bail is set. Further, by handling these matters electronically, the courtroom has fewer people, allowing for a more streamlined courtroom session without the additional security detail required in transporting inmates and providing the opportunity to close the courtroom sooner, requiring less courtroom staff. Nevertheless, if a defendant and counsel request a courtroom arraignment or bail application, such request would not be denied. Number 4, enhancing court administration in the Colony Justice Court. In the current format of 3 part-time justices handling 25,000 cases per year, the volume of cases presented to the Colony Justice Court supports the addition of a 4th part-time justice. A number of justice courts have 4 justices, including the towns of Southampton and Clarkstown. This is not the only remedy, however. The court could transition to a full-time day court with full-time justices, comparable in commitment and compensation to Albany City Court, for example. While full-time city court judges enjoy 10-year terms and town justices are constitutionally set for 4-year terms, nonetheless, full-time could positively impact the colony court system. There are, though, a variety of issues involved with such a change in our judiciary, including, but not limited to, additional court staffing to support day court, in addition to the daily work product of current staff members, and staffing for the District Attorney's Office, Public Defender's Office, and the Colony Police Department. Even without modifying the court's current 3 part-time justice format, the court requires a law clerk to assist in the ever-increasing volume of motions and trial practice. To that end, the court requested the addition of said clerk during the summer of 2009 for inclusion in the Justice Department's 2010 budget, but it appears that the request was not adopted by the town's legislative body. Colony serves as a big city court by volume, yet remains understaffed as opposed to comparable city court systems. Further, court staff must be reclassified commensurate with their duties and with their city court counterparts. Actually, the court staff routinely serves in a paralegal capacity, but many staff members remain classified as typists. This must not continue, and the legislative body should take proper action to remedy this long overdue recognition of the actual duties of the colony court staff. The annual revenues generated by the town court more than pay for the current and proposed operation of this court, and of course, in addition, provides $1 million annually to the state of New York. The court urges the town's legislative body to fully consider these proposals and take action as requested. Please feel free to contact us in order to facilitate the maintenance and operation of the Colony Justice Court system. And thank you for your time today.